when I'm running up these
Oh,
racks.
see, I had to come back, ladies and gentlemen. I knew it.
I'm back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. It's return of the man. They say I'm off the rails.
They don't like it when I get on here and start doing it. I'd be upset too.
I got plenty. Act like you've been here before we start trending. Don't mistake me for a lame or a goofy.
Right.
Rockstar life is like a movie. Hollywood, where you be at? I remember when I used to drive a Fiat. Now they looking for me like a Ray S. It's a conspiracy how I keep on getting checks.
Over here. Wow.
This money keep on falling like it's dominoes. Special delivery and I got a lot to blow. I'm feeling like I've been here before. Deja vu is hitting me to the core. Memories flashing back once more. I'm feeling like I'm living
over here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We got a little earthquake over here. We got a little earthquake over here. Wow. That was loony. That was loony. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the Thunderdome. I must be shaking the world with this. Sorry. Wow. I guess in a way this stuff is shaking people to the core, but let's pick up where we left off, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why folks are getting so worked up about Nick Shirley exposing Donald Trump for who he is, but we'll finish it up.
In the neighborhood for a long time?
Yeah.
And did you ever see any really rich and powerful people go inside this building?
You want to know who I saw going in there? Everyone you've heard about.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name any names?
Yeah, you know them all from the newspaper.
Did you see Bill Clinton going there?
Who?
Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Bill Gates?
No.
Trump?
Yeah, I think of the other ones. Andrew.
Prince Andrew, you saw Prince Andrew on there. And what do you think actually happened inside of this home?
Go ahead, tell us what
All
happened.
the most terrible things you can think of both.
And what do you think the truth is about the Epstein files?
Well, someone has them. Yeah. Maxwell probably would be the best source. But she'll stay put.
Would you support Donald Trump if he were to give her a pardon to let her spill all the information?
No.
Can't.
No. Because, I mean, she's out of jail. She was definitely his partner. I believe that.
And so you've seen people like Prince Andrew, Trump, the Clintons, a lot of other people walk inside this building.
Yeah, well, you knew that. They all come with security guards who park here or stand out here, so you can't miss it.
Yeah.
And I saw plenty over the years.
Plenty.
This is a long time ago now. Before we knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Just young girls. I mean, young.
How old
teenagers.
were the girls that you saw go in?
Well, because they were coming from schools. They were coming from public schools.
Really?
So they were high school age.
Wow.
Wow, so you saw a bunch of high schoolers going inside here.
You can tell.
Right.
I always come this way home, and you'd cross the street, and maybe on the far corner would be two girls. Now, don't get nervous. It's going to be all right. He's really a nice man. You know, he promised people that didn't know people like this exist in a gorgeous house like this. They didn't know he was going to abuse them. He said, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You know, when you get out of high school, I'm going to get you a modeling job. I'm going to set you up." And, you know, he promised them all kinds of things, and they unfortunately believed it.
And click right here to see.
So that's Nick Shirley, ladies and gentlemen, exposing the fact that Donald Trump went to Epstein's house quite a bit, right? But you know MAGA won't do anything and say anything and call them out about it because they're in on it too. So what we'll do is this, ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire. I got to be nice on this platform. Remember, I told you that, right? Because I was already being too mean and I'm hurting their feelings. But what do you expect? We're dealing with some sick and evil stuff in this country, and MAGA refuses to do their job. So because they won't do it, I'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending these demons straight to hell.
silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, so now let's listen to or check in and listen to what Speaker Mike Johnson said this weekend. When he was told that President Donald Trump's name appears all throughout these Epstein files, like I said, over 5,300 times, according to the New York Times, right? And then they were asked, and Speaker Johnson was asked, do you have any questions about Donald Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? And let's just listen to what Mike Johnson says, because he's got to go to hell too.
President Trump's name appears throughout the Epstein files, including in many of the new documents released this week. Now, we want to stress appearing in the Epstein files does not amount to or imply criminal wrongdoing.
Right.
But do you have any outstanding questions, given that, about the relationship between President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein?
I do not. I mean, I've spoken to the president about this privately and personally many times, and he's spoken very candidly and openly to the public. He says the same things privately that he does publicly.
Wow.
He's never had any concern about that.
Wow.
Remember, President Trump was one of the first people that called Epstein out. He kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago, off the property, because he heard of some of the nefarious things he was engaged in.
You hear this?
He's never had any concern about that at all.
You hear that? Mike Johnson. Somebody get this video to Mike Johnson. How do you end up not having any questions when it is obvious he's been lying to the American people the entire time about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein? Remember when he said he didn't fly on the plane, and then we found out he flew all those times on the plane? Remember when they said, we're going to release them, and then they didn't release them? Remember, they said there's nobody going to be prosecuted, and next thing you know, you're investigating other people. Remember when he said it was a Democrat hoax? I mean, from what I understand, Epstein, he had a lot of people compromised, Mike Johnson. And for you to get on national television and say you do not have any concerns, it must be because Epstein also could be blackmailing you. That's the only thing that comes to my mind. I could be wrong, but from the way it looks, that's probably what it is. And so what I'll do is this, since Mike Johnson won't do it, I have questions, and we think that Donald Trump should have to testify under oath in Congress about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, but Mike Johnson won't do that. And so because Mike won't do that, ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire once again. Somebody has to go to hell. Somebody has to go to hell, all right? And it's not me, but it is Mike Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we do.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
That's a W, Zeus, and I forgot to do it again. I'm trying to be as reserved and, I guess in a way, professional as possible on this show. But make no mistake, I'm very calm, but I'm very angry. What I've been uncovering and reading this weekend with these files and just seeing, it is sickening. It really is. And we shouldn't have to go through this as a country. We really shouldn't. I was talking to Dame yesterday, and I hope he listens to me. Well, why are you all so upset? And this goes for DJ too. Why are you all so upset? And I said, why should we as a nation have to be subjected to all of this abuse that Donald Trump is unleashing on us? Why do we have to deal with this? Like MAGA, we get it. If you like to get abused and mistreated, then y'all go do that over there with Donald Trump. Give him all your money, but don't make this man to be the president of the country and make us all have to go through it. And then you wonder why folks are upset and protesting in the streets. It really does. It really bothered me, DJ, when you claimed you understood why people were protesting. No, you don't understand why people are protesting. All you're doing is repeating what Donald has told you is the reason these people are protesting. But anybody with a brain would understand the reason folks are protesting is because clearly there's a tyrant in the country trying to run the country, and we don't want a tyrant to run the country, right? We don't want a tyrant. And then and like I said, you layer it with the files, the e-files. It just makes matters a lot worse. Let's go to another situation with the e-files, ladies and gentlemen. And this one, it involves Donald Trump's Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche, right? Who we all know what his role is in all of this. Isn't Todd Blanche, ladies and gentlemen, isn't he just covering up for what's going on? So in this situation, in this exchange, he declares that they are not releasing any more files and that the review is over, even though we know there's probably 3 to 5 million more documents. And those documents that are still not released, ladies and gentlemen, I believe, and from what the sources are saying, the files that the DOJ has not released yet are 100 times worse than what we've gotten over the weekend. So just let that sink in. But let's listen to Todd Blanche once again try to cover this up.
Small number of documents. There are a small number of documents, as I said on Friday, that we're waiting for a judge to say we're allowed to release because of a protective order. But this review is over. I mean, we reviewed over 6 million pieces of paper, thousands of videos, tens of thousands of images, and which is what the statute required us to do.
Yeah. Does anyone trust this DOJ, honestly? Does anyone trust this DOJ? I'm just curious. I asked this question. Yeah, I don't either. Heck no, yeah. Do you really believe Todd Blanche reviewed the Epstein files and then came to because you know what I say to people who ask, they say, yes, I trust the DOJ. I say, well, what happened to Charlie Kirk? Oh, did I just mention his name? Did I mention Charlie's name? What happened to Charlie Kirk? They can't give us any answers. Person, how many files did Biden release? How many files did Biden release? Huh. Hey, Money Moves Tony. You want to get up here and ask that question like a real man, or are you just gonna say what you just said in my comment section? Because if that's all you got, buddy, I'll just ask my mods to put you in a straitjacket because I don't like people coming up in here and bringing up Joe Biden's name. Joe Biden is not the president. You know, that goes back to what I was talking to Dame about yesterday. Do not bring up President Biden. Do not bring up the Democrats. There's only one president in the United States at a time. And we're actually talking about that one president, the one you all put back in the White House. Once you decided to run to be the president again, he said, you know what, I'm open to being scrutinized by the American people. It is our duty as the citizens of this country to hold our elected officials accountable. So don't bring up Joe Biden. Joe Biden's not in office. All right, now if he was in office, then I would say, you know what, fair game. But he's long gone. He's long gone. So is Bill Clinton. You can't go back and undo his presidency. You can't. It's etched into history, so to speak. And so what I'll do is this. Because Tony, I already know why you're still supporting Donald Trump. Because you and Donald Trump got Epstein in common. If you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the Lake of Fire once again. It doesn't take long to expose these liars. Hey, Tony, and the rest of you Trump voters out there still supporting Donald Trump, do us a huge favor and go straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA
It is a
David.
huge W Zeus. Now, the one thing I do need to get out there, ladies and gentlemen, because as we're going through these files, more and more things become apparent. I understand very plainly that there's Democrats and Republicans in the files. So let's not make this all about just Zeus getting on Donald Trump. But we have been saying on this show, if they're in there, then you know what? You got to be able to if you investigate them and they've done something, go ahead and lock them up, right? That's kind of the position. But what's also been a little more clear to me is what Epstein was doing. It goes way beyond, the things that he was doing to children. Yeah. And so what we'll do is, this show, Midas Touch. How many of you have heard of Midas Touch? Ben Mycelis this morning put out a nice video that, as far as I'm concerned, is very, very alarming. These are called The Dark Secrets of Donald Trump and Putin in the Epstein Files. So we already got to understand it. That's why I said the United States, the government of the United States, we're in a lot of trouble. All right, so what we're going to do is listen to the connection between Trump, Epstein, and Vladimir Putin.
I've reviewed the Epstein files that were produced by Donald Trump's Department of multiple times. I want to utilize this video to discuss with you all of the references from those Epstein files regarding Vladimir Putin, Russia, Russian oligarchs, and the connections that those references have with the first Trump administration and the current Trump regime.
Hold on. To my critics and my detractors in the audience right now, don't hit report, please. Just leave, all right? Some of us want to actually pay attention and learn, all right? And I want to make this a great opportunity for people to learn things and ask questions, all right? So if you can't handle the information being shared on this platform, leave right now, all right? Because it's going to be very uncomfortable.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. I don't got time to babysit. I don't got time to babysit you Trump voters. You either get it or you don't.
I do not want to be conspiratorial. I just want to go over with you what's contained in the emails, the text messages, and the reports, and you can decide for yourself. As a reminder, last Friday, over 3 million documents from the Epstein files were produced by Donald Trump's Department of Justice. But that was only a partial production. There are at least 3 million documents that have not been produced by Donald Trump's Department of Justice, and that may equate to 25 million to 50 million pages within those documents that have not been produced. And my belief, based on my experience as a litigator in the past, is that those documents are far more devastating than what has been produced. But there have been bombshells in what has been produced. And as it relates to Jeffrey Epstein's connections with Vladimir Putin, Epstein is referenced as Vladimir Putin's money manager in FBI reports from confidential informants. There are emails between Jeffrey Epstein and world leaders, like the former Prime Minister of Norway, the former Prime Minister of Israel, and other world leaders, referencing meetings between Epstein and Putin.
You see what's happening, MAGA? You literally, as far as I'm concerned, voted to put Putin in the White House. Y'all got to be the most sickest, simple-minded group of folks ever known to mankind. Why would you do that? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you would do it.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
I can ask the audience right now. If you believe Donald Trump, because sometimes Donald Trump tells the truth. If you believe that Donald Trump told the truth about his supporters when he said this, please put a 1 in the chat.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
If you believe Donald Trump said the truth about his supporters, put a 1 in the chat. Thank you. And a lot of us go one step further. We actually say it's both. Yeah. And I see my critics and my detractors in the audience right there laughing and thinking this is a game. Remember, MAGA, I'm the one that told you this. Same thing that makes you laugh, it'll make you cry. It could have been you in those files. You could have been the ones we seen on those photos. You're not exempt. You're not special. And just because you're black doesn't mean anything, because we know what he thought about black people. Using all kinds of derogatory slurs, dropping the N-word, left and right, calling them boogers. But you want to get on TikTok and put this man and prop him in his... You know what's sick? Donald Trump's name is probably mentioned more than Epstein's name in those files. That's the sick part about this. But y'all still want to prop this demon up. No, look at him. You want to say bye? Prove it, Dame. Prove it. Prove it, Dame. Prove it.
Are numerous references to Epstein meeting with other Russian oligarchs. And I just want to go through with you what is stated in these emails, and you can judge for yourself. The very first reference that I've seen in the Epstein files regarding Epstein and Putin is this email right here from November 8th, 2010. It's an email from Jeffrey Epstein to another email account that says, "Do I need to get a visa? I have a friend of Putin's. Should I ask him?" And then there is this reference right here, May 21st, 2013, From Jeffrey Epstein to Ehud Barak. Ehud Barak, the former Prime Minister of Israel, who was a former Defense Minister of Israel, who was a top business leader in Israel connected to the defense industry there. And here's what Jeffrey Epstein said on May 21st, 2013. Epstein writes, Putin asked that I meet with him in St. Petersburg the same time as his economic conference. I told him no. If he wants to meet, he will need to set aside real time and privacy. Let's see what happens.
You hear this, MAGA? Your dear leader is compromised. You got the evidence right there in your face, smacking you all in the face. But you can't get that through your thick skulls because you're so obsessed with Joe Biden. This is why I say you don't love America. You're a Democrat. Are you hold on. Your Democrats are compromised. They're being subpoenaed for fraud. Look at this. Moose, come on up here. Moose, come on up here. Moose isn't available to join. All right. You see what I'm saying? They're so weak. They have nothing in their tank. They have no way of actually defending the rhetoric they're spewing. So mods, please place Muse in a straitjacket. I don't care if it's for the entire live. I really don't care because Moose is loose. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire for Moose, who got in here and tried to accuse Democrats of committing fraud while at the same time not a word about Donald Trump suing the United States government for $10 billion or $230 million. You don't even know why because you're not following the news. Moose, do us a huge favor and go straight to hell. See how that works?
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Oh yeah, I wanted to also address this. How many of you know who Trevor Noah is? This is how pathetic the president of the United States really is. This is how pathetic. So Trevor Noah, you know the Grammys yesterday. I want to play what he said.
That is a Grammy that every artist wants.
Remember this?
Almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. So, I told you it's my last year. What are you going to do about it?
You hear that, MAGA? You heard what Trevor Noah said about your dear leader, your daddy? And what did your daddy do, ladies and gentlemen? What did your daddy do? I'll give it to you what he did. He went onto his platform. You know, this is the place he goes whenever he cries. And he made this statement, and we're going to go ahead and judge him. He says the Grammy Awards are the worst, virtually unwatchable. Are you serious? Did you hear what happened at the Melania movie? Did you hear about that? Because that actually was the worst. All right. But you want to talk about the Grammys? Racist, probably. CBS is lucky not to have this garbage litter their airwaves any longer. The host, Trevor Noah, whoever he may be, is almost as bad as Jimmy Kimmel at the low-rating Academy Awards. The Melania movie had very low ratings, sir. You got to stop lying like this, all right? Noah said incorrectly about me that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton spent time on Epstein Island. Wrong. I can't speak for Bill, but I've never been to Epstein Island nor anywhere close. And until tonight's false and defamatory statements, have never been accused of being there, which is the lie, which is totally a lie. Not even by the fake news media, Noah. A total loser better get his facts straight and get them straight fast. Oh, meltdown mode. I can see this is a meltdown. It looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue this poor, pathetic, talentless dope of an MC and suing him for plenty money. Ask Little George Slopadopoulos and others how that all worked out. Also, ask CBS. Get ready, Noah. I am going to have some fun with you. President Donald J. Trump. It's that last line that he slipped up. He slipped up and just admitted he's a P3DO with that last line. Dame, am I lying, Dame? Dame. What grown man tells another grown man I'm about to have some fun with you? You see what I'm saying? What? No, Dame, seriously, Dame. What grown man talks like that? He can't answer me because he know that's nobody. He doesn't have anybody say, "Hey, dog, hey, cut that out now." Listen, you can't be saying certain things because you're gonna tip your hand and make yourself look like you're doing stuff that you don't want to be. But when you say, "I'm going to have some fun with you," oh, that's spoken like a true predator. That's spoken like a true predator. I can't get any answers out of these Trump voters. I hope I can't get any answers out of these Trump voters, and rightfully so, because they don't want us to have some fun with them. How about we flip it on you, MAGA? Do you want us to have some fun with your behinds? I didn't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, join me once again in warming up this lake of fire. They got all the evidence they need. They really do. But they can't bring themselves to say it because they know the moment that they say it, it's over. Which it already is, really. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we
do. Silence, you MAGA demon.
No lies detected, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to also call this out. It seems like there is an explosive whistleblower claim against Tulsi Gabbard, all right? And we just want to make sure this gets out there. An explosive whistleblower complaint about National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard, currently locked in a safe and remains inaccessible to lawmakers trying to review it. A cloak and dagger mystery reminiscent of a Jean Le Carrel novel is swirling around, and the complaint, which is said to be locked in a safe, the Journal reports, it also implicates another federal agency beyond Gabbard and raises potential claims of executive privileges that may involve White House officials. So we have more evidence that, once again, we have way more evidence, ladies and gentlemen, while they're out here trying to chase fraud in Minnesota, while they're out here trying to rig the midterms, while they're out here lying about the economy doing great and all of these things. You know, we have a measles outbreak going on right now, even in an ICE detention facility in the state of Texas. And then I found out, did you hear about this? I wanted to do this. I got to send them straight to hell. I got to talk about this. So they found the two people that unalived Alex Preddy in Minnesota, all right? And it was two Hispanic men. Alter Ego, are you here? Alter Ego, are you here? Because Alter Ego hates it when I, start to speak on Latinos for Trump. He hates it when I do it. So I want to make sure you're here and I get this right. All right. Is it okay if I speak on that, Alter Ego? Is it okay if I speak on the two Latinos that unalived Alex Preddy? Are you okay with that? All right. Because I want to be politically correct as much as possible. All right. But I got to say something about it. When I mock, I don't mock you. You voted for Kamala Harris, right, Alter Ego? You voted for Kamala Harris? I want to make sure I get this right because, and again, I can't have misinformation out there. I don't mock you. I'm not mocking you. What I'm doing, I should say, I can only speak for myself and I got to be responsible. I'm addressing this situation that is going on in America where I understand that there may be some Latinos out there that believe that their proximity to whiteness makes them feel like they're white. That's a thing. You agree with that, Alter Ego? Not all, but some Latinos believe that they're better than black people, maybe because of their complexion, and maybe because they got access to, white spaces, right? That's a thing. And you can't say we don't see it as people of color because I see it all the time. All right? Especially when a black person gets unalived by an officer, it's always, oh, look at it, he deserved it. Why wasn't he complying? And so where we're at right now as a country is that I believe some of the Latinos are now waking up to the reality that you'll never be white. You'll never be white. No matter if you vote for Donald Trump, no matter if you pull the ladder up, because they call some of them ladder pullers, right? No matter what you do, you will never be accepted as white. So with that being said, I have to speak on these issues, and it's no offense, honestly, to my Latino brothers and sisters out there that are actually committed to doing the real work that it takes to make America try to live up to its promises. Never, the thing is, we Democrats, we get called out for being tolerant, right? That's what this whole thing with the LGBTQ plus community is all about. The transgender for all. No, we're trying to say everybody deserves to be treated fairly, regardless of where you come from. That's what we've been trying to say. But we get into trouble, right? We get into trouble because y'all interpret that as weakness. And so now we have to have tough conversations. And so what I wanted to say about the two people that did what they did, let me make sure I get their names correctly because I don't want to give out misinformation on the show. But we got their names according to ProPublica or whatever, right? Let me see what their names are. Hold on. Because you know what they want to do? They want to accuse me of cherry picking and, doing all this other stuff. And I don't want to do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I don't want to do that. Hold on. Here we go. Here they are. So this is according to ProPublica. All right. The records viewed by ProPublica list Ochoa. Okay. Jesus Ochoa, Customs and Border Patrol Officer Raimundo Gutierrez. Now, there's a lot of things going on in this moment. One, I believe they're from Texas. What are people who are protecting the border doing in Minnesota? Right? That's number one. You're sending people from one state to another state to enforce the law. Very bizarre. But they're Hispanic people. They're Latin people. And they go into another state and they unalived Alex Preddy, who presents as white. Let that sink in. And they're doing this on behalf of Donald Trump. Think about how crazy that sounds. You got to be kind of out of your mind.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
That makes absolutely no sense to me. You're leaving the state you're in, where you could be putting that same talent you got, which is you want to pull the ladder up, so to speak, and cast some of these people in the country you think are in here illegally. You want to get them out. There's enough of that. You could do that in the state of Texas. Why are you going to Minnesota to do it? Number one. Number two, you have the audacity to try to start a civil war? Because that's what they, what they did, that could actually have started a civil war if you think about it. If it was a Democrat that did this, right? Because you know how they like to say Lake and Riley say her name. If it was a Democrat Latin man that unalived a white guy that was MAGA, that would have been the match that lit and started a CW, as far as I'm concerned. But the dynamics of it is, this is internal stuff. This is MAGA on MAGA violence in a way, but it's not really, because Alex wasn't MAGA. He was a white guy. But the narrative will be 2 Latin men killed, unalived a white guy. That's what the narrative is going to be, in terms of the court of public opinion. Just think about how insane that sounds. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe this is partially why Tom Homan had to go up there and try to put this back into the perspective that they wanted it to stay. They wanted it to look like this is, white guys saving America, right? That's what they wanted it to look like. And they're getting the brown people out. But that's not what it is anymore. Now you got brown people unaliving white guys in America. And Tom Homan had to be sent in there to try to make this not look like that. And so what I'll say is this. Number one, you got to stop hating yourselves. All right, MAGA, and to my Latinos for Trump, you got to stop hating yourselves. If possible. I get it. You want to be white, but here's the thing. You'll never be white. You were born the way that you are. Accept it. Learn to love yourself. All right. And make no mistake, what's done in the dark will comes to light. And so what I'll say is this, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and warm up the lake of fire. This is for any of you, anybody that is a person of color, and I'll even say a woman working for the Trump administration. Let this be a reminder. If you do things in the real world, right, that expose you as a hypocrite, God's judgment will truly be upon you. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to send them straight to hell. I had to do that. I had to do that.
Silence, you MAGA
So the
Damon.
lesson is you'll never be white, and you need to always do the right thing. All right, which is you got to know the difference between right and wrong. My hope is those people who are working for ICE or Customs Border Patrol, if you are being instructed to go into any place and inflict harm on another human being, my hope is you say to yourself, let me think about this 5 to 10 years out and ask myself, do I really want to deal with those consequences? And if the answer is no, you got to say, I can't do it. And if that means you got to hit the unemployment line, then do it. Stop being scared to do the right thing. Stop subjecting the rest of this country to all of this stuff. You don't get any points. You don't get any additional respect in your neighborhood or your communities carrying out evil acts on behalf of Donald Trump. You're disposable to him. Do you get it? We get it. That's why we're upset. We know he's not going to pay for our criminal defense. We know he doesn't care where we live at and the communities we frequent. He doesn't care. He doesn't got to deal with that. You do. Stop thinking you're smarter than everybody else, because you're not. W. Zeus. Yeah. Did I? You're making Democrats look bad with this sideshow. Mr. Get a Grip, send me a guest request. You want to come up here and actually explain what you mean by that, Mr. Get a Grip, or do I have to take control of the narrative and get a grip and take care of you? It doesn't take long. Mr. Get a Grip, send me a guest request. All right, I'm ready to start talking. There he is. There he is right there, Mr. Get a Grip. Thank you. You have your invitations turned off. Mr. Get a Grip. Mr. Get a Grip. He can't even get on the internet. He can't even get on the internet. Now he wants to run and retreat. You want to retreat? I thought so. Mr. Get a Grip, go ahead. Retreat. 11 followers. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending that demon straight to hell. Thank you, man. Go ahead and put him in a straight jacket. We don't need to hear from him.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
We don't need to hear from people that can't get on the internet. Oh, he sent another guest request. Let's see. Hopefully his internet is stable.
Yo,
are you okay?
Can you hear me?
Are you okay? I can hear you.
I'm fine. Are you good, bro?
What do you want to say?
I'm just saying it's time to stop slandering this man Trump, bro. He has done nothing but bring prosperity to the black community. You got to stop, bro.
Okay.
It's time to stop.
All right. Do you have any evidence to support your claim? What, like personally? I mean, when people say that to me,
yeah, I got plenty of evidence.
You got some cash on you? You want to?
Oh, you want to speak personally?
Yeah, you got some cash on you.
Yeah, I got plenty of cash.
Show us.
Yeah, I actually.
I was going to ask you to turn your camera on.
I actually just brought my second car.
What kind?
Yeah, I know. I'm on my I don't know. It's a Chrysler, by the way.
Oh, what year? Brand new?
Yeah, 2020 Blackwing.
Oh, okay. Is it paid off or are you financing it?
I'm financing it. You know how that goes.
What's your interest rate?
My interest rate should be. I just got it. It's around like 3.7. I gotta check it.
You don't know your interest rate?
It's like 3.7, almost 4%.
Who's the lender? Let me look into that. Who's the lender? Who's lending out with interest rates like that?
I got it off the.
Your credit score got to be what, like 840 or something?
Yeah, my credit score is straight, brother. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Yeah. So who's the lender? Because I want to fact check that.
Let me hold on.
You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? You can't trust these folks. Because the next question is, because when people tell me they're prosperous, I actually want to get in their business. Who is it? But so who's the lender? Okay. So okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep talking. Uh, uh, hold on. What'd you say your interest rate was? Okay. Let's see. And you got a 2020. I'm not seeing that, bro. They only do that on brand new cars. So, number one, we're not going to allow you to start lying. All right. So let's just be honest. That's not what you're getting on a used car. How many miles did it have? You said it's a 2020. No one's getting a 3 point whatever percentage loan from Toyota. All right. Why would you? Why would you lie? I get it. You got a deal on the car, but don't get on here and start trying to sell people that they can go to the dealership and get a car. You were trying to convince me I could go to the Toyota dealership where you went and possibly get the same kind of loan with that same. Let's not do that, bro. Yeah, but when a man listen, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Right? So you don't gotta lie. Fair enough. Do you own property? Okay. And so I appreciate this because what Vice President Kamala Harris was trying to do was to help brothers like you get businesses started, get you a home, and really get off the ground and start living your life for real. And we didn't get that. We didn't get that, right? Okay, but why did you vote for her? Oh, they can't hear you. Hold on, they can't hear you. Hold on. Somebody, can you hear them? Hold on. I'm so sorry. They can't hear you. Can you hit unmute?
Testing, mic test.
Can y'all hear them now?
Mic test, 1, 2.
I should have been looking at the comments sooner. Can y'all hear them?
Mic test,
Yes,
1, 2.
okay, they can hear you. Okay, they can hear you. Sorry. So you did not vote for Kamala, correct?
Yeah, she's from California, if I'm not mistaken. I'm on the whole other side.
What state are you in?
Know. I'm on the East Coast. I ain't going to dox myself.
Okay, you can't say the state, but okay, fair enough. So
Listen,
you voted for Donald
I'll tell you
Trump.
what. I'm in the tri-state.
Your first time voting?
I'm in the tri-state.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Was this your first time voting?
Nah.
Who'd you vote for in the last election?
I voted for Biden.
Okay, all right. So the thing that I like to say is this, especially to you sound like a brother, right?
Yeah.
Where you lived through Donald Trump's first term and you saw the hell he brought on the country.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't into him.
You didn't do anything with the PPP loans and
all I heard
you didn't get you a check out of that whole pandemic thing?
Bruh, if anybody did the PPP, you are a dummy.
Okay. But you know a lot of people
That's a
in
scam.
the community.
That's a scam.
But a lot of people in the community did it.
Listen, you know how many people that I know got the PPP and the IRS came crashing down their doors?
Yeah.
Shit, they not playing with that.
Okay. So here's what I wanted to actually get into with you. You saw Donald Trump bring the country to his knees in his first term, and you had to have been paying attention because you didn't get the PPP money. So that meant you had enough common sense.
No. I didn't. Wait, so that was Trump's whole thing?
How old are you?
I'm 25, brother.
Okay. So
Nah. Don't get uncle on me.
You made a comment about us Democrats. Hold on.
Don't try to OG me.
You made a comment about the Democrats making the party look bad. So I wanted to address that. How, in your opinion, do we make the party look bad?
I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all are a bunch of fear mongering. Sightseeing look through the crystal ball. Tell me what my future is, bro. Mm-hmm. You're not talking about what's happening right now. What's happening right now is black people are prospering.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So you know the unemployment rate right now for black people, it's the highest out of all the other races. What we're seeing right now is black people are being disproportionately impacted by Donald Trump's tariffs, right? We're seeing black people are having to pay more for their medicines, right?
And I'm not trying to get anecdotal.
Hold on. Are you following this? Or are you just saying what you hear Donald Trump say? And then the next thing is the fear mongering aspect. If we're being accurate in describing what Donald Trump is doing, would you consider that fear mongering?
Let's be honest, bro. After the first government
Well,
shutdown,
we're not having a conversation yet.
you talking about Trump fear mongering? What has he fear mongered?
No, I'm telling you, you accused the Democrats of fear mongering, right?
Yeah.
And so, give me an example of something the Democrat did.
The entire year of 2025, right?
Mm-hmm.
The stock market was going to crash. That was the big, oh, we're going to go into a second depression. Everybody's going to lose their homes. Bro, come on now.
Remember this?
The stock market is only up because they think I'm going to win. And if we don't win, according to many people, including one of the greatest Wall Street prognosticators, Scott Bessent. Has anyone heard of him? One of the most brilliant guys on Wall Street. If I don't win, you will have a 1929 style depression. Enjoy it. I believe that.
Would you consider that fear mongering? Hello?
My fault. I'm eating. But I
So
heard
you're
it.
not a serious person, right? You're eating, right?
I heard it.
Yeah. So is that fear mongering?
Okay.
So
All right.
what you want to retract that statement because he's the one that's actually saying that.
So you're telling me.
And guess what? What even makes it more damning is you went and voted for him out of
Okay.
fear. So you have a spirit of fear in you.
I don't have fear for nothing. Look.
Okay, but he said that, and according to your definition, that's fear mongering. And from what I understand, you voted for him. So Donald Trump scared you into.
He's
voting
talking
for
about.
him. No. I don't need. I
That
don't
was-
need. Please, I don't need the explanation.
So this was during his campaign run. This wasn't after he got elected.
But the thing is, I don't like Trump voters explaining to me what Donald Trump is saying. I can translate what Donald Trump is saying.
Okay,
all on my
and I'll give you
own.
that.
Okay,
And I'll give you
thank
that.
you. Okay, so for the sake of this conversation, we have to agree Donald Trump was the one fear mongering.
We can only. I can only agree and concede my statement based on when he made that statement. Was he talking about the midterms or was he talking about the 2024 election?
He was talking about the 2024 election. And you voted for him. So let's not even belabor that issue. So what else do you think the Democrats? What else do you think the Democrats have done that is fear mongering?
Zeus, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Hold on. I'm just talking to you, sir. I mean, because right now, for instance, there's a measles outbreak. Right? Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Is that fear mongering for me to say?
No. That's real.
Okay,
that's real. And I'll be the first to say that I do not agree with backing out of the World Health Organization. That one I do not agree with.
Okay, but what about the fact that some people do believe him and aren't getting vaccinated, and you got RFK in there encouraging this? Wouldn't you wouldn't you say it is our responsibility as citizens of this country to alert the public about these kind of things?
Now I can give credit when credit's due, just as I could give criticism. RFK is a fucking nutcase.
Hey, come on, keep it clean. You know my mama listening.
Mama.
You can never be
RFK,
an adult to your mom. Okay.
RFK is probably he's not the greatest.
So in other words, he's dangerous, correct?
Dangerous
because
is a stretch.
Well,
misinformative, yes.
Okay.
Dangerous is a stretch because
is it dangerous? Is it dangerous?
Even for the regular? I'm listening.
Okay, is it dangerous for me to give you bad medical advice?
Yes.
Okay. So then, why is it hard to not acknowledge RFK's dangers?
And I'm going to answer this, and I would like to answer it.
Yeah.
Even for the average MAGA, they know RFK is full of, poop.
You can't speak for every MAGA. Listen, I've been talking to a lot of Trump voters. A lot of the Trump voters are very poorly educated. You know that, and Trump said smart people don't like him. Right?
Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah. So so what I've gathered from this conversation is you've just gotten a bad impression of the Democrats. A lot of people like myself, we got other things to do with our life. To be honest with you, I'm proud that you got a new car and you're doing something positive, right? Because you could be doing a lot of other things as a black person in America, or a black man. However, what I'm disappointed in is the you didn't do a little more research to inform yourself about how dangerous this second term of Trump would be. And that's why a lot of us are upset. We have to set aside things that we have going on in our busy lives to get up here and push back against these lies that folks like yourself are repeating.
I agree, and I appreciate it, but that's still not going to change. The fact is the fact that there are. I'm not okay. So I'm not going to say you, but there are some Democrats on this app who have a habit of looking through the crystal ball and telling you the world is about to end.
Well,
And if I'm lying, then
hold on. I can't hear you.
yourself the most honest on TikTok.
I can't hear you. Your signal's going in and out. I think what you're missing, or I think what you're getting confused
My
is
test,
this.
my test.
I think what you're getting confused with is this. The systems that are in place right now are under threat in the United States as a result of this current administration, right? Whether you're talking about research, right? Funding that goes towards finding cures and things like that, you have an administration that's aggressively targeting institutions, right? Simply because align with their ideology, right? Which is dangerous because now you're placing innocent people at risk. What you see is agencies like FEMA, right? Funding being cut and aid that should be given to the people when disasters come being withheld. So if you just go ahead and kind of add all of those things together, you can kind of understand why a lot of people are starting to sound the alarm about potentially we might not have a country, right? Because if you take away all the support that the people have been getting from the federal government, what's left?
What's left?
Right.
You take it away.
Yeah, planes falling out of the skies because you got incompetent people.
Okay, when's the last time you seen a plane fall? When's the last time?
Over a couple of weekends ago, I think. I don't know what the reason was, but you know what happened when Trump got in office. As soon as he got in office, we started seeing planes fall out of the sky. So what we're calling out right now, especially like with ICE,
Okay,
is what we're calling out with ICE.
Can I stop you there, Host? Because at that point, and I remember that timeline. That none of the stuff that Trump had did, like the executive orders, they didn't become law. So you can't directly put that on Trump. He said a few things, but he didn't actually enact anything that would make those TSA workers or those pilots, be removed from their jobs. The employees did that on their own.
So you don't hold Trump accountable for any of the policies he's putting into place? They're
Okay,
his
so
policies.
what policies has he enacted that is causing major harm to the average American?
A good example could be the tariffs.
The tariffs are not a policy.
Yeah, it is. When he
The
a
tariff
policy,
is a trade move.
it's his economic policy, all right, that he's using for a variety of reasons. Whether he said it's supposed to stop the rugs from coming in the country, right? That's what he told us. Whether it was supposed to help bring manufacturing back to the United States, that's what he told us, right?
Okay,
Whether it's for national security purposes, that's what he
you don't
told
see-
us.
you
And,
don't
and,
see
and
all
a
these
policy and a policy is simply his instructions to his government on how to carry out whatever the process is. And so what we know is the impact that that's having on everyday Americans is, as former Vice President Mike Pence put it, and he's a Republican, it's the largest peacetime tax placed on the American people. So you can imagine a person that's in poverty right now, right? Because a lot of people don't got money like you. But if you were already struggling to make ends meet, and then all of a sudden the cost of things go up, he told you your utility bill was going to get cut in half, and it hasn't actually almost doubled. You can imagine these people are suffering now, right?
And you're sitting here trying to put the entire blame on Trump and his administration based on tariffs.
Yeah, that affects
Based solely
everybody.
on tariffs.
That's one thing I can think of. That's one thing I can think of that affects everybody.
Last time I did my research on tariffs, they don't directly affect average Americans. It's like trickle down. Or am I lying about that?
Where did you get that information?
I
You
got
might not
that.
be you might not be lying per se, but you might not understand the impact of the tariffs that well, and that could be causing you to believe what you believe, right? I won't go as
So
far as to
tariffs is
call you a
not part
liar.
of. So, so tariffs is not part of a trickle down system where the
You think he's giving
the
you money back, for instance? You think you're getting the money? He said he's bringing in trillions of dollars, right? And that he's going to give you that check. Remember, you believe that, correct?
what check? What check?
From all the revenue he's collected from the tariffs. Remember, he told you China pays the tariffs. I'm assuming that's where you're coming from.
No. I'm pretty inept on the tariffs. I
Meaning,
mean, what's the word? Not the word. Not inept. I'm pretty. I know what I'm talking. I know what a tariff is. If
okay,
that makes
so
sense.
you
I
understand.
don't know exactly. I
So
don't know a
so
lot of it,
okay
but I do know what
okay.
a tariff is.
So we're getting bogged down. The whole point I was trying to say to you is that we the people are paying the tariffs, which means
Okay.
at the end of the
Okay.
day, taxes have gone up on the
So
American
you're saying
people. All
so
right. And so when you say what is one thing he's done that's harmed people, I just threw that out there as an example. A lot of people, this is causing certain people, their businesses to shut down, right? Because you can't keep up with that additional cost and you won't be able to pass that on to your customer. Or in some cases, they run out of money by the end of the month. And that also harms people. When people are poor, guess what that translates to? Crime being committed, more crime being committed. So, and you know who's disproportionately impacted by that, right?
yeah, bro.
Yeah, so it's actually a clever way to target people like you and I if you really sit down and think about it. And he's done an outstanding job convincing you that the people that are causing all this chaos and animosity in America are the Democrats. No, it's not us. We're just simply highlighting what he's doing and showing you and trying to get you to understand how dangerous it is. Fair enough?
Okay.
Hold on, I can barely hear you. I can
So
barely
you're
hear
telling.
you. I can barely hear
Hold
you.
on.
So what? Hold on. Uh-huh.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
I'm listening. Yeah,
Do I have to speak right here?
I can hear you.
I'm dead. My phone is dang near down my throat. But so let's go back to the tariffs.
Well, we already settled that, and I got to move on, bro. But I hope you look into that. All right.
So you're telling me
I hope you
So
look
you're
into
telling me,
that.
all right. You're
Yeah,
telling
we don't need
me
to know it's
that
down your
we're
throat.
paying the tariffs via the taxes, via our taxes.
You could go look it up.
Because book definition says it goes from the importer down to
Yeah,
the consumer.
and guess what you are?
The consumer, I know.
Yeah, so you just kind of gave yourself the answer. Fair
But it's
enough.
still but it's
Fair
okay,
enough.
fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, now I have a brother in here. Hold on. He loves to talk to folks like yourself. Hold on. Let's see if I can get him to come up here. Because we don't got all day to do this dance. But I like to take moments out of my busy schedule, ladies and gentlemen, to offer mentoring services. So please bear with Big Zeus. All right, seriously. Good morning, Q Dog. Welcome.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Got a
I got a
question.
young man in the audience. Or I mean, in
Yeah.
the we're talking.
I've been listening. I've been listening. Let me ask you a question, young brother. I take it you were born in like around about 2001, right?
2000.
2000. Okay. What do you know about Trump prior to 2000?
Bruh, I remember him from The Apprentice, bruh.
No. We're not talking about a show. What do you know business wise about Trump prior to 2000?
Which he had a couple of casinos in Atlantic City,
He had more
but
than a couple, but what happened to those casinos?
nah, he had like two
What
in
happened
Atlantic
to
City.
those? He had more than a couple. And just to give you FYI, he had real estate here in Atlanta, Georgia, all up and down Peachtree that he purchased from the lady that owned. I'm quite sure you might remember. You may not because you're kind of young. Visions nightclub, 112 nightclub, a lot of those nighttime clubs down up and down Peachtree.
It's it's a
He
it's a
used
it's a
let
one
me let
twelve.
me
It's a
real
one
let me
twelve up
no
there.
heavy lifting. He used to own that real estate. Now, my question to you, since you know about a few of his casinos, what do you know about them?
I mean, I only know that they was casinos. I wasn't doing nothing with them.
What do you know about what happened to him?
Uh, they shut down.
They
I
shut
heard he
down.
went bankrupt.
You
But
heard
I
him. You heard
yeah,
him, but
I heard. I didn't do my due diligence. I ain't gonna lie to
okay.
you.
Let me ask you
I
a
didn't do
question.
my due diligence.
What was your highest level of education, brother? Did you finish high school?
Yeah,
Did you go to college?
yeah.
What college did you go to?
I went to Clark Atlanta, bro.
Clark Atlanta. I know Clark Atlanta.
You already know.
Beta Psi Bros. I know them
Okay,
very
that's
well.
what's up.
Okay. So the reason why I'm asking this because you went to a HBCU. I'm gonna bring you up on game. Back in the '80s, Trump got in real bad with his casinos, bankruptcy
Okay.
that you know about. You want to know who bailed him out?
Who bailed him? Wait, bailed him out of the bankruptcy? Wait, you
Out of
can't
out
get
of
bailed out of.
out of
You
out
can't
of
get
his
bailed
out
out
of
of
his bank.
bankruptcy.
See, here's the thing: when you file chapter 11 on businesses, you lose money. Who do you think bailed him out of those bankruptcies?
I don't know, but you
Okay,
can't. You can't get
I'm gonna
bailed
give
out
you a
of
prime
bankruptcy.
example. Now's the time since you went to Clark Atlanta. I'm gonna get to that and find out what year you went there. Um, Now it's education time. Now it's study time. You're in the class. It was Putin and the Russian mob. Everything that's going on right now, he owes them. You know how like when you have college, did you pull out a college loan? Did you get a loan?
Alone, shit, yeah,
You got a loan, right? And
shit.
you owe that back. You know, Biden put together a plan for black men and women and other folks as well to have their loans forgiven, right?
What
Where you
plan was
don't owe
that?
it back, where you don't owe it back. Guess who's trying to re-implement that?
What plan was that? So I could do my due diligence.
Yeah,
It was the forgiveness plan,
the student loan debt
the
forgiveness. Come on, you've heard of
student
this.
loan debt forgiveness. So that means I don't know if you were on that agenda to be able to get that forgiven for you. And if you did, guess what? He's trying to implement it back. And if he does, and you were on that list that were forgiven, your loans were forgiven, guess what? If you're working, where you work at? Do you work?
Yeah, I work, brother. I get money.
Oh, you get money. Oh, okay. Guess who's about to take it from you?
Nobody.
By garnishment.
Nobody.
No, 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 no. Let me get you clear and understanding of what he's trying to do. Because he's running out of options to try to figure out how to pay Putin and his renegades back. And one of the reasons is he's trying to re-implement that if you owed student loans, to put it right back on your credit report, to put it right back into play that if you are on somebody's W-2s, they're looking to garnish you.
So you're
But
telling me
I need you to do more due diligence past before 20 or before 2000 so you get a clear understanding on what's taking place right now, especially with black and brown folks right about now.
okay, and I will.
And I need you to not put yourself in a situation and you telling me you went to a HBCU. See, I got a lot of frat brothers that went to Clark Atlanta and they don't think like that. So it's baffling to me that you went to a HBCU and he was trying to take money out of HBCU pockets.
Oh, I had a conversation about this with another live, and they haven't shown me any proof of that either.
They haven't shown you proof.
Yeah, and I seen and I hold on one quick, and I'll let you speak. I seen this one press conference that Trump was talking about going after schools engaging in racial discrimination, and the people in this live they was talking about how Trump quoted, he was talking about, and I quote, HBCUs, and he never said HBCUs. He just said schools with endowments, and he's going to go after the schools endowments. So he could be talking about a number of schools.
Do you remember what you just told me, young brother?
What?
You don't even remember what you just told me. You said, I think I didn't do my due diligence. See, what I need you to stop doing is I need you to stop looking at CNN and Fox News and whatnot. See, one of the
Come
things
on, bro. I don't.
you
No,
see
no,
my
no.
name.
See,
Hold on,
you're
no
not
heavy
gonna
lifting, no
disrespect me.
heavy
I don't
lifting,
watch the news. I
no
don't watch.
heavy
I don't
lift,
watch
no heavy
media.
lifting, brother.
I
You're
don't watch
20. You
media.
listen to me. You're 25. I'm over half your age. I
Okay.
graduated from HBCU, Albany State University. We play. Matter of fact, I got a battle scar on my mouth from playing. Got elbowed from a Clark Atlanta player. So I know Clark very well. What I need you to do is I need you to focus on yourself. If you actually went to a HBCU university, I need you to think like a person that went to HBC university. Do your due diligence. There's one thing that we as men of Omega Psi Phi say: seek the knowledge. Don't let it just be thrown at you in any kind of way. You seek the knowledge. And you can't seek it by looking at Fox News and CNN because that means you're a follower. If you went to a HBCU university, that means you're a leader. And that really puts me in a vulnerable situation of actually believing you went to one. Because I know a lot of people went to Clark Atlanta, Morehouse, Spelman,
Yeah,
Morrisville.
yeah.
So when did you go to Clark Atlanta?
Shit, I guess you just gonna have to find out, bro.
No,
Cause
no,
I
no,
ain't
no, no,
telling
no,
you
no,
no
no.
more.
Yeah,
No,
well, and so listen, we've made it to a pinnacle place, and I hope you check in with brother Q, Mr. Get. What do you
Yeah,
call yourself, Mr. Get a Grip?
I'll
Because
give him a
we
follow.
don't have time to do this whole full course mentoring program, but it's obvious from listening to you, Q Dog is schooling you on so many levels. And the main thing is you need to really look into who Donald Trump is. All right, because what we don't need is for you to go around here and repeat these lies that Democrats are fear mongering. All right.
I can't even lie to you, bro. Y'all are fear mongering,
Okay. Okay.
but that's neither here nor there.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
then guess
Zeus,
what?
I got
Zeus,
one more, Zeus, and I'm
I'm the
gonna
most
land my plane
handsome.
on this one. I'm gonna land my plane on this one.
I'm the most handsome, Zeus.
Hold on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
You
hold
said we're
on.
fear
Go ahead,
mongering,
Q
right?
Dog. Go ahead. I dropped
You
him
said
because
we're fear mongering. Do you know who Fred Trump is?
I dropped him. I
Oh,
dropped him. Yeah, he said something vile. He
yeah,
said
yeah.
something
Oh,
vile.
I don't blame you. He's lying through his little skinny teeth.
Hold on, stay there, Q Dog, because someone else said they want to talk to you, but I gotta do this. Mr. Get a Grip, you lied and committed treason in the kingdom. You actually said through your mouth, "You're the most handsome," and that throws that everything I just said to you in kindness and in love. I take back. I don't wish you well at any point. I don't wish you well anymore. You're a disgusting human being.
He's still living with his mama.
Worse. Worse.
Period.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, you saw me. I tried to be nice, but we can't have treason in the kingdom, not like that. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending
Yesterday,
Mr. Get a Grip. I'm so sorry, I hit the wrong one. Join me in sending lying Mr. Get a Grip, who got up on my show, lied about his interest rate with his 2020 Toyota Prius, I guess. I don't know. He called it a Chrysler. Give me a break. Who buys a Chrysler at a Toyota dealership?
Right.
Lying his through his teeth. Worshiping Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, he's worse
Everybody
than
know he
Dame.
went to drive.
Join me in sending that demon straight to hell. Demon. Shapeshifter. Shape-shifting demon. Can't have that.
Silence! You MAGA Dayton!
W, Zeus. And a W, Q-Dog. All right, sorry, brother.
Young and uneducated. Young and uneducated.
Now, you have somebody up here begging you, Q-Dog, to come up here and talk to you.
Oh yeah, they can come up as long as they record them.
Okay, and I want
Oh
to make
Lord.
sure she searched you out.
Oh, good morning. I know you guys miss me.
Nah, not really.
Yeah, come on, you do.
Nah, we know what you up here
We
for.
know you miss me.
We get it. We get it. It's almost Valentine's Day. You got a rib. You trying to rib me
No,
into
no,
it.
no, no. You
We
might
get
play
it.
that. You may play that other fool, but
So I need
you're
to be
not
the
playing
love
this
guru.
one.
I need to
We
be
get
the
it.
love guru.
We get it.
What, Tora? Seriously, are you up here for love or politics?
I'm up here for both.
Oh Lord. Well, you ain't getting it over here. No Q dog. You know what? From on your end.
Okay, you and I are the both same age, dude. So you might play that other dude,
What
but you're
does
not
that
playing
mean?
me.
What does that
So
mean?
it
Cam
means
up. Cam up.
okay. So back
Cam
in
up.
September.
Cam up.
Okay, settle
Can you turn
down,
your
boys.
camera on?
Settle
Because
down.
listen, did you? Because Q Dog is asking you, Taurus, to at
You
least
you
put his
ask
camera on.
you
He
ask for
wants.
me.
He's interested in this. Like, so go ahead, Taurus. You
Okay,
scared?
so Trump's administration gave HBCU $435 million back in September.
Yeah, but
The
the Trump
redirected
administration
funds were
also proposed.
combined
They
with the
also proposed.
existing funds at
Hold on, hold on,
$1.3
hold on,
Did you go
billion
to a
dollars.
HBCU?
Taurus.
Did you
Listen,
go
before
to a
you.
HBCU?
Tor,
No, dude. I'm
Exactly,
sorry to
exactly.
say.
That's like you saying I got one black friend.
No, I have many, and I also have
Yeah,
half
right.
cousins that are black, dude.
Oh,
So
half
settle
cousins.
down.
Oh, okay. You tokenizing them, huh?
Taurus, please. You begged
I'm
me
not
to let
talking
you.
anything. My best friend is black.
Yeah,
Taurus,
my
come
best
on. I don't
friend
want
is
to have to
black.
mute you, Taurus. I don't want to have to mute you,
Chad,
Taurus.
y'all hear this? My best
Taurus,
friend is black.
please.
Tokenizing everybody that's of color.
Taurus, I
Lord,
knew
have
you were
mercy.
going to say that, but you got to understand the Trump administration proposed a $64 million cut to Howard University in 2026 budget, right? And they wanted to put it back at the 2021 levels, but guess what? Congress rejected that, Taurus. So we don't want to really hear that. I'm a lot more concerned.
So you don't want
Honestly,
to hear
I'm a
that he
lot
gave
more
them $435 million back in September,
reluctantly.
which is a total of $1.34 billion of
No,
an increase.
no, I don't like MAGA misinformation.
Oh,
Taurus.
it's
I
not
don't.
misinformation.
But
It's
what I do
right
when
on Google.
Taurus,
It's right on
come on
Google.
now,
And
Taurus.
QDog,
What
FYI,
school
Trump's
did you go to?
ex-wife,
What school did you
she's the
go
one
to?
that ran the
What school did you
casinos.
go to,
And he
Taurus?
has owned over
What school did you go to,
150
Taurus?
businesses.
Taurus, what
Taurus,
school did you go to?
we can't hear you if you're just.
Well, QDog has to listen.
What
He
school
might
did you
tell
go?
somebody else the
Who are
wrong
you to tell
information,
me to
but
listen?
he ain't
Who are you
telling
to
me
tell?
or
Go walk
anybody
your
else the
dog.
wrong information on
You
here.
in here every damn day.
Ma'am, please.
That's right. So are
Go
you.
walk your dogs,
So
lady.
are you, dog.
Don't
So
nobody
are you. I
want
can
you.
walk you every.
Don't nobody want you.
Okay, Q Dog. I think I gotta create a little distance between, because Taurus is coming across like a jealous ex in a way. And this isn't the place for that, right? And Q Dog, I'm so sorry to put you through that. All right.
Oh, I ain't worried about it.
You
I know
can't have that. I'm so sorry.
she get razzled by the voice and everything. I understand. If that's what she had to come up here to,
I can't do that.
yeah. No,
Thank you.
don't nobody want you, Taurus. Go walk your dogs.
Thank you.
You on
W.
Juice's Live every day.
Sorry, everyone.
You came for me. You asked for me. I didn't ask for you.
She did. She begged.
Did not ask for you one
talk
bit.
to Q Dog. I got something to talk to Q Dog about. She could have just DM'd him, but she
Hey,
wanted to come up
Zeus,
here.
I'm gonna just be 100 with you. I'm not in the flat behinds. I like a little shape. I like a little hourglass. You feel me?
Yeah.
You ain't got enough backside to woo me.
Oh, okay.
I understand Valentine's Day is out and you need a Valentine. Go be a Valentine to your puppy. That's the only dog you gonna get.
Okay. All right, listen. Well, listen, I'm gonna try to move it on, bro. All right, I'm so
Zeus,
sorry.
I don't know why they come up here and try. They know they gonna get roasted.
Yeah, but they gotta shoot their shot. They gotta shoot their shot. I've never seen this before, but we'll let it be, all right. But we gotta let sleeping dogs lie, so to speak.
Yeah. Go take a flea bath. That's all you need to do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's my brother Q Dog, No Lies Detective. Taurus, and I'm gonna call it. You came up here to talk to Q Dog about funding the HBCUs, and I just saw through that. I know that was just an attempt for you to get into his space and to try to let him, get his attention so he would look at you. But if you don't mind, could you limit your interactions to just strictly political topics? All right, and we get it. Jungle fever is a real thing out there. Seriously. You can adore me, you can love me, Taurus, seriously, but you don't gotta try to trick us to get up here and talk to us, all right? She said she's married. W. Rick. And are you there, Ange? Could you please help? Could you tell us the story again? All of these conservative women lusting after Democrat men right? What do they always say, Ange? What do they always say? You know that I mean, because we've been doing this for a while, and it's I'm happily married, 32 years. Right, Ange. And Dave knows, yeah, you happily married. Not. Come on. Let's just be honest, Taurus. If I was to help arrange it and Q Dog was feeling weak and vulnerable, and I said, what if Q Dog was going to show up at the Hilton one day? Would you would tell you, we're going to go get groceries. I'll be back. I'm going shopping. Where? Next city over. Costco. Won't be back for about a few. You would do that, Taurus. And I shouldn't even give you that idea, so I take that back. I shouldn't even give you that idea. I take it back. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, who do we got next? Oh my gosh, I got a huge guest request. All right, I got a huge guest request. All right, moving along, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Oh, I got to check in with my brother Val. Welcome, Val. How are you doing?
What's up?
That's brother Val. Not much, this guy. And I guess your phone numbers too.
You have some fun. You had some fun ones today, man.
I don't know what to make of it, but you're right. It's insane.
Cute. Run. Keep running.
Yeah. Bounce says Dane is available, Taurus. That's funny.
Dane, I kind of somewhat like you, so run.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Val. It is Black History Month. Oh, I get it. Oh, Taurus. Wow.
So here's what I wanted to come and talk about. One, you're an idiot this morning. Average. Everybody that's bought cars or done cars knows that you cannot get good interest rates on cars that are over 5 years old. When cars are over 5 years old, the banks go over. The average interest rates are like 11.5% on a 6-year-old
on a used vehicle. Right.
On a 6-year-old used vehicle specifically. So these are the things that crack, that crack me up when people like that come up. College, sir, you saw the outside of the college. I don't think you made it to a classroom. So.
Facts. I mean, lying on TikTok, didn't think he was going to get exposed, but got exposed. I mean, typical Trump voter, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's craziness, you talked about how we said the economy's going to crash in depression. I don't remember anybody really saying depression. I don't remember any economists saying depression. But no. They did say we might go into a recession. And that's still likely, sir, because jobs are not good right now.
Yeah.
They're not.
They say we're in a manufacturing recession
already. We're in a manufacturing recession already.
So in a way, it's happening, yeah.
Right. So those are the, I'm saying, those are the things that are going on in real life while you're up here trying to talk BS.
Yep.
But let's talk about something else that's going on in real life. Like the e-files, that's really going on, and that's going on in real life.
Yeah.
People like you to want to come up here and still defend, and the way you're defending, because I want to remind you something. When you came up here, the one thing you never talked about were those e-files.
Boom.
Okay, you didn't talk about those e-files because they're indefensible. And I would not follow, vote, or have anything to do with any man that has any part of those e-files, period. End of story. Okay.
Taurus says she wants to talk to you about the e-files, Val. How do you feel about that?
About the e-files? I want to talk about something else.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk to you, Taurus. Sorry.
Yeah. It's. I got better things to do in life. Here,
I gave it. Listen, Taurus. I'm trying to give you a chance.
Hey, Taurus. So I'm pretty sure there's this nice little, she's a friend of mine. My sister, most of us call us, her name's Jim. When she comes up, if you feel squirrely, jump.
Oh, girl, she doesn't want to have that conversation with Jim. And I don't want to subject Jim. Jim does so much already.
Jim would, oh my Lord.
Y'all better leave Jim alone, seriously. She'll get you. She will get you. Trust me. Seriously, no, Val, you're right. It is funny, but it's the same thing. Make you laugh.
No, Taurus, you ask if I'm afraid. Let me tell you why I'm not afraid, Taurus. Since you so want to know. See, I live in Texas, Senate District 9.
Yeah,
that's actually my address, man. So when we talk about why, when you talk about why I'm not afraid, I'm going to tell you about my life in the last years of work from 2018 to current. Okay. And from 2018 to current,
Yeah.
We have fought to flip that seat with two different people. Gwen Baroud, actually my sister,
Mm-hmm.
and Taylor
Mm-hmm.
Vermette. And Taylor finally got that done. Now, if you actually go to read the story on this, it actually talks about the groundwork that was laid by my sister to get to this point. So we could get to this point to get this seat taken. This is a seat that was 35, that was a 35-year seat for Republicans.
Wow.
In what's considered the reddest county in the United States.
Wow.
Okay? Tarrant County, reddest large county in the United States.
Thank you. That's a good thing. Wow.
Okay.
And you know what, Val? I'm going to go ahead and say it. I believe you played a part. You played a part by getting on social media and constantly.
Well, it's not
pushing
just the
back.
social. Yeah, social media is not everything I do, right? When it comes
Facts.
to politics, okay. When it comes
So
to politics, I work campaigns too. Work
Thank
my
you.
sister's campaigns. We helped with Tyler's. You know what I'm saying? And Tyler, if everybody wants to go read the Star Telegram story, Tyler actually thanked my sister for the groundwork that she put in place. So these are the things. She took a seat. She took a seat that Democrats were losing by almost 15, 20 points every time it ran. She got it down to 2 points.
Wow.
Okay. And Taylor took us over the top. So that's where, you know what I'm saying? That's where we're at in this country. And Taurus, if you want to talk about why I ain't scared, this is why. Because we are doing real work.
Yep.
While you are out there talking trash. That is the reality.
W, Val, and she's lusting.
I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into it. She's already said she wants to come up and talk to me. I don't know. I'm scared. That part scares me.
Right before Valentine's Day, I get it now. In Black History Month, she's spiraling. We can't help with all those issues, but we appreciate you at least trying to hang in here with us. But really, you should just listen to us and let us minister to your soul.
And get a grip. People can see what's actually happening in the country today. One of the reasons we won that seat is because people are done. They're just done. Yeah. They're done with the hate. Y'all can sit up here and go, "Oh, we don't talk hate. We don't talk trash." You talk hate. Period. In the story.
We see it. Yeah, and I'm tired of the hate too. I mean, I'm literally at a point now, Val. I don't know if you saw me yesterday, but we talked to DJ, we talked to Dame, we talked to Trash Bait. And there's just a line where you go, if you don't want to, accept what's happening for what it is, there's really nothing we can do. But at least you know what's happening, right? And they know what's happening. They know Donald Trump's name is all into those files, all over those files. They know that. But they refuse to do the next step, which is like you say I'm done. They can't do it.
Right. Yeah, they don't the pride takes over, right? You know, the pride takes over. They get caught up into these spins of information that they want to call alternative facts. And without the understanding that there is no such thing as alternative facts. This is a made up statement.
Yeah.
There's only the facts. And if you don't like that, you don't like the information, and you don't like math, science, statistics, I can't help you. Because math, science, and statistics are built to help us find the truth.
That's the fundamentals, right? They always say there has to be some gray area, right? It's either 0 or it's 1. That's how logic works, right? You can't have in between 0 and 1, 0.6, 0.7. No, it doesn't work that way. That's why
gray areas for people that play sports and are looking for a way to win without winning.
Participation trophies. They want participation trophies.
Yeah. That's what gray area is, okay? Gray area doesn't exist in the real world. Go to your boss after he tells you to do something and you kind of get missed on it, or you miss the time deadline, and then you go to your boss and tell them it was a gray area.
Nope. You know what your boss will do? Your last check is go pick it up. That's what they'll do. Your last check, because you just almost cost me my job. So why would I even want you on my team? Mr. Gray Area.
Yeah, gray area is not a thing in real life.
No, thank you, Val.
These are you know what I'm saying, these are the conversations people actually should be having. But rest assured, people, what you saw yesterday, there was a reason that election made national news.
Mm-hmm. It should, yeah.
The reddest county, the reddest large county in
Yeah.
America
Yeah.
was turned Democrat.
Let that sink in.
And then what was Donald Trump's response? Yeah, and what was Donald Trump's response to that?
What did he say?
Donald Trump said Texas is going to be California in a couple of years anyway. Who cares? Hey, Republicans, I want you to remember something.
This guy, Trump, go for it.
Right.
Wow.
I want you to remember something. I want you to go through every past election. Okay? And I want you for decades. Go back decades.
Yeah.
And I want you to find me a president that didn't win Texas.
Huh. What are you trying to say, Val? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say the Republicans are in deep trouble?
Right. Yeah, they're in deep trouble. If the Republican can't win Texas, they'll never sit in that seat again.
What do you think made this happen? Like what do you think is causing all of this kind of resistance to MAGA?
It's prices, right? What's his name brought up, the tariffs, and he was talking about how it doesn't cost extra families money. Well, remember the statistics and data I talked about?
Yeah.
This was done by Yale University. The beginning of, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
It cost the average American anywhere from $900 to $1,700 per working household.
Wow.
Just the tariffs alone. That's average.
I don't got an extra $1,700 to give the government. I'm so
Right,
sorry.
exactly.
I don't have it.
Well, you're not giving it, I guess
Well,
you are giving it to the government indirectly, but
yeah, because he's bringing in the revenue.
Right, because he's bringing in the revenue. But yeah, what about that? What about that? Do you think that's not a problem? Do you think you having to pay $900 to $1,700 more a year? That's on average. So if you have a little bit more money, that's probably higher. If you have a little bit less money, that's probably lower.
Yeah. You know what I just thought, Val? Remember how he said he's about to sue the IRS for $10 billion?
Yeah, good luck.
But if you think about the tariff side of it, you kind of see what he's doing. He made us spend all that extra money so we would end up paying him on the back end, right? That's kind of what it looks like.
Right. It's like the oil money that's sitting in a bank that only he can touch. What is that all about?
And you'll ask a Trump voter, "Is this what you voted for?" And they'll never admit that this isn't what they voted for, but they know. Now, did Donald Trump, while he was campaigning, ever say, "I'm running to make Canada the 51st state"? Did he ever campaign on that, or did he run to say, "I'm running to topple Venezuela's president"? Did he ever run on these? Did he?
No,
I'm running to drop. Boom,
he ran on. Hold on. I'll tell you what he ran on. He told you all America first. Oh, and drill, baby, drill.
Oh no, you didn't rock drill, baby, drill.
You know what I'm saying? Those were his two running points. And get all the illegals out. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. It wasn't just illegals. Let's get all the criminals out.
He lied so good.
Okay.
Wow.
He hasn't kept a single one of those promises. Drill, baby, drill. We're down over 90 oil rigs in this country.
Really?
Okay. That's so much for drill, baby, drill.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about America first? I don't know. $40 billion to Argentina? I don't know. Is that America first? The place that we're actually competing against with soybeans for our farmers?
Yeah.
Was that America first? Let's, why the farmers are up in arms? Yeah, that was America first, right?
Yeah.
So when you say America first, what are you talking about? Oh, you mean going over and helping Netanyahu with his nightmares over there?
Uh-oh.
Was that America first?
Answer us,
what is he
MAGA.
talking about? Was it putting tariffs on most of what America buys? Was that America first? Okay, I mean,
Marjorie.
where's this America First thing at?
Anybody got an answer for us? Taurus, are you still there? You probably wore out already. They don't have any answers for us, Val. And this is why we have to keep doing this work. So I want to thank you, brother, all right? Because you've done an outstanding job today helping us cook and book. All right? We're getting closer to that time, big sis, just to get up.
All righty.
But
You have a good one,
pleasure to
Zeus.
check in with you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you follow my brother, Val. No lies detected. Oh, look at you, Crybaby Jones. Liar. Crybaby Jones. All right, let me move it on, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's Val in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. No lies detected. All righty then. Wow, see, ladies and gentlemen. All right, moving it along, ladies and gentlemen. It really doesn't take long, ladies and gentlemen, to just annihilate these Trump voters. Oh, wow, gosh, Valerie. All right. Well, thank you. Because, this is... People always say, I've never made it a requirement for people to support the platform using their money. I think times are hard, but if you do, thank you so much. I don't say it during the show because I'm just not good at kind of switching, but I really do appreciate it. And actually, I do enjoy the fact that if you can, you also help some of the panelists. All right, but it's not required. What's required is that you stand up. Honestly, the one thing I'll say is, and I'll be on you, the one thing I do require on this platform, share the screen. Share the live to Trump voters. I require you to do that because I like seeing them get triggered. WYO, yo. If you can, supporting the panelists because they don't have to come up here, but they're extremely, these people are extremely busy, but they do come up here. That means a lot. But the main thing is this: I require all of you to do your civic duty and stand up against this current administration using sound mind and judgment, great reasoning skills that you see being put on display on this show. And that's enough, all right? Because we got to save our country. Now, without further ado, welcome, Jim. Welcome. I got to say thank you.
Good morning.
We meet again. How are you?
I can't even sleep in. I got people blowing up my phone.
Well, the people, the heart wants what the heart wants, so to speak. But we're glad to have you here. What is this you got for us?
Yeah, let's pull this up. It's called Facts.
Okay.
Yeah, Facts. Joe Biden, the Biden-Harris administration has directed more than $16 billion in federal funding to HBCUs for fiscal years 21 through 2024. This funding includes grants in the federal student aid and targeted COVID-19 relief. $16 billion. He is the highest for HBCUs, highest in funding. There's no way, ifs, ands, buts, any Trump supporter can come and say that it is Trump. And Barack Obama is second in 8 years in $4 billion. Donald Trump is third for his executive orders, but we all know what he did with those executive orders when he tried not to pay any of the money to the HBCUs, and it was members of Congress that forced him to have to go forward with paying the money that he offered HBCUs to keep them going, and that was about $250 million. So it doesn't even hold a candle to what Joe Biden and Harris did in their administration. But there's more, because this is so funny when you actually Google things correctly to find the facts and data. It will tell you in the next slide, and this comes from Department of Education, so this is not a TV print ad. It says, while supporters of Donald Trump often highlight his administration's action as record-setting, data from the the Education Department indicates that the Biden administration surpassed previous records totaling over $16 billion in federal investments between 21 through 2024. I am so sick and tired of Trump supporters who try to say what this man has done through executive orders when the policy is clear that they did not ever fund the HBCUs the way Democratic presidents have. They do not support him. And what he did try to do was push it under the White House so that he had more control over their funding. And as we know with Donald Trump, anytime there's money involved, he tries to take over it and put it into accounts that he's somehow in control of. Now, I don't know about you, but anytime somebody with 6, 7, 27 bankruptcies, because this man has broken more things than he's ever created, gets his hands on money that is taxpayer, He's a predator and a thief. We know what we're dealing with. He's a predator and a thief. And it's time that these people start recognizing that this is no longer a joke. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. This is our money, the people's money, the labor workers' money, the union workers' money, the healthcare workers' money, the construction workers' money, the white collar workers' money, the blue collar workers' money.
That part.
It is every one of our dollars that is being stolen by this thug. And I don't care what you say anymore. There's no defense of this man. None.
Thank you.
Zero.
Thank you. W. Jim, listen. Taurus. Is Taurus still in the building? Because what you just
I would rather sit on a toilet and have my legs go numb, take the worst shit of my life, stick my head in the toilet before talking to Taurus.
Well, we won't make you talk to her, but I wanted to see if she was at least here so that I can have it on record that she was listening.
I love you, though.
Oh, no, no, it's your space. You do what you do.
It's your
But
space.
you know what's so sad? She literally disappeared the moment you came up. She literally disappeared. Isn't that impressive?
It's not impressive. I've dog walked her before. It's just the thing on your show. The thing is this: nobody wants to hear her. Nobody wants to hear it. And the fact that she called Q Dog boy and y'all missed it, and she said it loud.
W. Valerie, she did. She called Q Dog boy.
Yeah, she said, "Settle down, boy." That's what she said on your live. I was in the comment section.
I there's a lot of noise and happening.
I know.
Wow.
No, I would have dropped.
You didn't call that out, alter ego. That's sad. Alter ego. That's crazy.
I would have dropped her like a hot potato. Alter ego, stop talking. You don't represent Latinos.
Oh. Thank you, Jim.
Cállate la boca, payaso. Cállate.
W. Valerie, thank you. Wow, look at that. Wow. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I sit here and I listen and I listen and I listen and I read your comments and you know what I feel now? I feel inside that when we get past this, and we will as a nation, we will unite to fight the alt-right. We will. We have done it before. We will do it again. Amen. But when we get past this, I want every single one of you to remember these conversations. I want you to make sure you download Zeus's YouTube page so you can go listen to the absolute stupidity and hate and fear that this group of people tried to unleash on the entire nation, and how many people have been harmed by the misinformation, disinformation they spew.
Yeah.
This is not going to be forgotten. I want you guys to understand this will be in history books for the next 100 years. The absolute stupidity of the Republican Party and the MAGA movement that harmed this nation to the nth degree.
Amen. Amen.
We come on here, we joke, we talk smack, we smack down, and we rub their face in it. But the truth of the matter is the people who keep spewing the misinformation, they are the harm of the nation. And we can never forget. We can never let this go. This whole coming together with MAGA, it's never going to happen. They are the Confederate Party. And even worse, they are part of the SS. Yeah. They are the ones that did the dirty work for the leader. So you guys need to start recognizing that all the laughs aside, these are the people that will be in the history books for harming the entire nation, our relationships with our allies that are going to take decades to clean up, and the protections, because we don't know what this man has told foreign entities that want to harm us. Right. We better pray. We better hope and pray that there is an underground of military generals and service members that are protecting our secrets in other ways. That's the only thing that helps me sleep at night, is that I believe that there is a good group of men and women every single day while we lay our heads down that are still fighting for the American people and the protection of our sovereignty. This man is stealing your money. Yep. This man is harming your children. Facts. This man is poisoning the wells.
Facts.
So, and it's not just him. And that's another thing we've got to stop doing too. We say Trump every single day. It's not just Trump. We have an entire congressional group that has forgotten to do their job that we voted them in to do. So if you are a Republican and you're listening, this is on you. You voted for them to enrich themselves. You voted them to not stop the checks and balances that we are supposed to believe in as a nation. You voted for this shit. And I want you to remember, I will never let you forget.
Neither
I will never, ever let these people forget. There are people in my real life who don't dare speak to me about politics because I annihilate them in person. They have been escorted out of my home.
Whoa! Thank you. That's what I like to hear. Get them demons out, all right? We're not going to allow demons to reside with us. That's sick stuff. In your own house, too. That's really brazen, honestly, Jim.
Well, we all have them in our families. We all have them.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. But that's still brazen for them to just feel like it's okay to come into a Democrat sanctuary house, so to speak, right? And try to feel like they're welcome. No, you're not welcome. You're seditionists, treasonous traitors. That's it. And we have zero tolerance for you.
I even have a family member 2 Christmases ago that said they voted for Jill Stein. And that they did so because it was that whole both sides of the coin BS. Let me tell every single one of you, if you are still buying that, knowing the laws and the legislation that have actually been passed, let me remind you, executive orders are not legislation.
They're not.
They're not. They're the agenda of the president. And if at this point you are still listening to people like Mike Johnson, who literally tells you every day, well, we're just trying to uphold the president's agenda. Guess what? Congress isn't supposed to uphold the president's agenda. That's not their job. The agenda of Congress is to uphold the will of the people. What we want, to vote and protect what we want, not to support the president of the United States in doing things that harm the American people. And you can't come into this space and say that you're doing better. The economy's not doing better.
Nope.
There are children all over this country now that are going to be, oh my God, they're going to carry that measles virus in their body for more than 8 years before they know what damage it did.
Wow.
You guys don't even understand that this is no longer a joke. There's a reason we eradicated diseases in this country.
Yeah.
And now there is pockets all over this country, thousands of children that are now being harmed by measles they did not have to have.
Wow. Wow.
And you guys don't get it. You just don't get it.
And there's outbreak in that detention center in Texas, right? Where Lynn was. These folks are sick.
Yeah.
These folks are sick.
They don't care. They don't care about your children. They don't care about your wives. They don't care about your daughters. They certainly don't care about HBCUs.
Nope.
It's a way to access the funding.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
And
Jim, thank you. Oh, you got more.
Yeah, and I just want to make sure people understand too, like when this is all said and done, and you have to put in the work because people are going to try and bridge gaps, right?
Yeah.
Forgiveness does not mean having to sit with and break bread with. It means telling them, the people who voted against you, the people who harmed the nation, they have to now put in the work. They have to build the bridges. They have to do the labor. It's not up to us anymore to carry their water for them. If they want to drink, they better go get the water. They better clean the well. They better dig it, build it, and do it all. It's time for us to hold these people accountable.
Amen.
There's no more forgetting. Yeah. And unlike the Confederacy, these people will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Get your hands behind your back ASAP.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you too.
I love you all. Thank you so much for blowing up my phone. Now I get to go have my coffee. Have a good day.
Enjoy it. You deserve it.
Bye, guys.
That's a beautiful Jim. No lies detected. Refreshing, ladies and gentlemen, to hear just pure, unadulterated truth. That's what this show is all about. Yeah, that's what this show is all about. I see you, Ange. Okay, yeah. And then, we got other things that we could do as well to help MAGA get it, too. Just be on the lookout. All right, let me move on to my, I guess this might be the final panelist, and then I got to get up out of here. Because we had a great show. Dr. Lex.
Yo.
Welcome.
What's happening?
This guy right here, ladies and gentlemen. He always likes to come up here and advertise, but we don't allow it to really do much. How you doing, man?
I'm still in LA.
Okay, wow, just shout out. You were
Yeah.
at the Grammys.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You
Yeah. I
want
can.
to give us a report out of that? And I appreciate
Uh,
you toning down the aura a little bit. I appreciate that and being a lot more humble this show. You don't got to explain why. I respect it. I do. Thank you. Fix that. I'm not gonna let the flesh, Mom. I'm not gonna allow my flesh to get the better of me. I'm gonna listen to the spirit, so to speak. But what do you got, Dr. Lex? Seriously, because you and Nutty, I don't get it. Do you and him talk about
I didn't
doing
say that.
stuff off of my
I have
show?
never once on this panel said that I was handsome. I don't do that. I just don't do that. I've never once on this panel said I was handsome. Have you ever heard me say I was
But you
handsome?
didn't have to use the word handsome, though. You didn't
Have,
have to say that.
have I ever talked about me looking good though? I mean,
What you got, like a thesaurus over there or something? You
well,
got all these
no,
other adjectives and words to
no.
describe
The thing
whatever you're doing?
is the what I like to try to be handsome and beautiful in is my soul and helping other
Oh, we got
people.
a spiritual brother today. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, yeah. I just I
Jim,
hope my soul.
Jim, please, Jim, please. He didn't work hard. Look, what has he done? Seriously, what has he done?
No, I
Besides
just
come
had a
onto
very
my show
you know
and try to hijack things that he shouldn't be
I'm
hijacking and
not
not give
doing
credit.
nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting over here in LA and I can't go home because it snowed a foot and
I get it. I
my
get it.
flights got canceled, so I got to stay here until Thursday or Friday, and
Okay.
it's freezing at home and it's like
Okay.
80,
Oh,
85
and
degrees
you
out
need
here.
somebody to help keep you warm and stuff like that. I get it.
Well, it's 80 degrees. I don't know. I'm
Well, when you
good.
get home, if it's freezing there, you might need somebody to keep
No,
you warm. But we ain't offering that on this show. I just wanted to
you
let that be
listen,
known.
listen. Zeus, damn it.
Yeah. W Zeus, ladies and
Here, hold
gentlemen.
on a second.
W
Hold on a
Zeus, and
second.
that's all
Hold on
I
a
needed
second.
you to say, Dr. Lex. And I apologize. Maybe we got off to a rocky start. But what did you really come up here for? I didn't.
Here, hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull any pictures of my weekend up.
Oh, show
Hold
and
on, let's
tell.
see.
Show and tell.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show you some pictures.
I
Should
don't
have,
think.
should
Oh, they
have.
said they don't even want to see him, Dr. Lex. So if you don't mind, it's.
Okay, that's fine. I
They
won't
said
show
they
them
didn't.
then.
I'm listening. Oh, you don't want to see it either? Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, they said they didn't want to see it.
I'm just
All
gonna
right, so
show you a
that's
picture.
another W Zeus.
I'm gonna show you a picture. You know,
And you know what's so
I got
interesting,
this. Hold on
Lex?
a second.
Dr. Lex?
I got this one red carpet picture. I got to show you. So hold on.
Yeah, you know what's so interesting, Dr. Lex? I'm actually nice. A lot of people say Big Zeus is really a nice person. They say I should I be meaner to Dr. Lex, ladies and gentlemen? Because normally they'll say, yeah. Should I be
I know,
meaner to
but
Dr. Lex?
Zeus, have I
Should
been
I
mean
be
to you
meaner?
though?
No. Well, actually, that's odd. The comments
Wait a
must be
minute.
broken today. The comments, they clearly are broken. Normally when I ask, people say, yeah, but a lot of people are saying
You know
no.
something? The only people I'm mean to is MAGA. I mean, that's it. I mean,
Okay, okay. All right, all right.
I'm not mean. I'm not. I'm not. See, I'm just gonna show you this
But
picture.
I can honestly tell you where you kind of went wrong a little bit is you get up here, your aura, and then you want to show us red carpet and stuff you've done all
Oh,
weekend. And
I did something really interesting on the red carpet though.
you got a
Right away.
picture? You got a picture or something that we can at least look at?
Ow, that's my red carpet.
Oh, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. Hold on, there's an option on TikTok called expand.
Oh, it ain't showing all of it.
Oh, well, it doesn't count then. Okay, well then, so ladies and gentlemen, you know what? And that's W to TikTok.
Hold on a second.
W to
I got.
TikTok.
Hey, but listen, I got to go to.
Thank you, TikTok.
I got.
I
I got
appreciate
to.
that. No
I
one
got to
needs
go to
this.
John.
Oh,
I got to
how'd
go
that
to
go?
John Batiste's house.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
cool.
How'd that go?
Here. You know, it's amazing people. He had his.
Hmm. How did that go? Oh, look at that. He's been paused. Well, what do you think is going to happen when you get up here and, just all of a sudden start saying and doing crazy stuff on TikTok? I mean, seriously. Uh-oh. Oh.
That's at John Batiste's house. They had that's Whitney Houston's piano behind me.
Let me see something. Hold on. Let me get the expansion on that.
Yeah, that's at John
Let me see
Batiste's
something.
house.
I got my spectacles. Got to be able to see it.
Yeah, that's John Batiste's
There it
house.
goes then.
And I had I had a few on that
Got the
picture.
watch on. Got the drip. Okay, got a little drip on.
Listen, dude,
Ange, please, Ange. Come on, don't fall for these tricks. There's a lot of people on TikTok. They're tricksters. They're good for nothing swindlers. All right, Ange, please.
let me do this. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you one more. Okay, so
Lex. Honestly, bro, that's.
no.
I was having a good day today, honestly, but
Uh,
I just feel like I just feel a certain type of way. No, I'm not a hater. No, please, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a hater. I would never be a hater. I'm actually a congratulator.
That's the my label Empire. That's the Empire Party with Shabuzi and everybody. You like that? You like that Brunello Cucinelli suede jacket?
He up here trying to advertise. I don't know who's more radical, honestly.
I
And it's
broke my
always
sunglasses though.
it's always your own. You know, Tupac said, "Ain't no love on the other side. It's own kind doing all the killing here." Remember when he said that?
But I ain't
It's
doing
never
nothing.
rain. It's never rain. All right. It's I respect
Wait,
you.
wait, wait, wait,
I
wait, wait.
really do. I really do respect you, bro. I really do. But
What's
treason. You know, people say it all the time. They say, "Zeus, how do you deal with treason going on?" Thank you, Ange. Thank you, Ange. How come I can't control this thing the way I normally do control it, ladies and gentlemen? And I think it's because
that's John Batiste and his band playing at his house.
So
His
you
house
over
is,
there, you
dude.
hobnobbing.
His house is absolutely gorgeous. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's
You're
just
telling me.
it's gorgeous.
You're telling me.
But yeah, man, it's don't get mad at what you mad at me for.
All
Well,
right,
I
so
do.
let me ask you a question. Though, honestly, do you have any good news or anything? Do you have
Who
any good
said
news?
somebody said Conesian in the chat? Who
Yeah.
was that?
Do you have
Who
any
said
good
that?
news? I don't know,
Hold on,
but
wait a minute. Leonard Glenn, you said Conesian. Can you bring him? Can you invite him up here so we can discuss the Conesian comment?
Leonard Glenn. All right, I might do that.
Yeah, we can have a conversation about the Conesian
I don't see Leonard Glenn. I don't see Leonard Glenn. I guess
Let me get
Leonard
this green
Glenn.
screen off of here.
Yeah, but Dr. Lex, I noticed you didn't bring any real good news up today.
I mean,
You didn't bring
yeah.
anything good.
In all actuality, my company Elevate Associates signed a label deal with Empire this weekend.
Okay, that's
So
I'll give you that. That's great news.
so now
Damn black excellence.
now I'm the CEO of a major independent label.
Hold on. Trina says, Dr. Lex, you look fabulous. Huh. All right.
Is this all you're talking about, man? I'm talking about other stuff.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I don't, we can't have, we just can't have that. Oops, who did that? One of my mods? Shame on you. Shame on you, mod. Shame. Don't do that to Dr. Lex. That is crazy for y'all to take out all y'all frustration on him. That man is trying his hardest. Come on, y'all, don't do that. But you know what? It's still a W, Zeus. I may have done it, but no one has proof I did it. I may have done it, but no one can prove I did it, right? But let that be an example. You can't have treason in the kingdom under no certain circumstances. And so with that being said, you know what? I figured I might as well get on out of here because, you know, after I do stuff like that, folks want to report me and stuff like that. Plus the time is here. Before I go there, I'll say thank you. You know, God's a jealous God if you look into it, so there's nothing wrong, all right? Seriously, I want to give a special thank you to all the subscribers, gifters, and moderators and panelists. No, it's not black on black crime, but it is Happy Black History Month, and I just saved you all. All right, without you, this show wouldn't be what it is. Entertaining, engaging, very educational, and incredible, right? to say the least. But I also got to say one last round of booze and shame, and you know exactly who that's going to, right? It goes out to all the Zeus haters out there. Y'all trying y'all hardest to defend the indefensible, and it's not going to work. You'll never climb Mount Olympus. There's too many warriors on this mountain, so to speak, on Mount Olympus, and you'll never be able to do it successfully without trying to cheat. Even if you cheat, you'll still get caught. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending them straight to hell. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Silence, you MAGA
W Zeus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care, stay safe, have a great rest of your morning. Sorry to keep you late. We're out of here. Sorry, Dr. Lex. You know it was all love, bro. But you can't do what you do on this show. Sorry.
What about body? Yeah, yeah. What about body? Oh, what about body? Stole the whole election. Read the books, get a night, get a what about body? Borders wide open, let them flood it. Millions crossing, drugs pouring. Where we begin? What about body? Gas prices sky, inflation wild. Economy dying, can't feed your child. What about body? Afghanistan, that's left them behind. 13 soldiers gone, Joe at them blind. What about body? Yeah, yeah. What about body? What about body? Yeah. Up in the White House, call him Sleepy Joe, cognitive decline. Everybody knows stumbling workers can't finish a sentence. Pumping on strings, who pulling the leverage? On his laptop, bullets for bills. Trying to cash flow, million conceal. Family getting paid, influence pedal while we out here struggling, pockets unsettled. Weaponized dude, JFBI raids. Now I go storm, 100 gets praised. January 6th, locking up brands. But Joe's pacified docs in his garage, man. Keystone cancel, energy weak. Depending on foes, got 4 bucks a week. Burning the cities, soft on the streets, defund the police. Chaos up beat. Stole the whole election night. Read the votes, get a night. Yeah, that ain't right. What about Biden? Borders wide open, let them flood it. Millions crossing, drugs pouring. Where we begin? What about Biden? Gas prices sky, inflation wild. Economy dying, can't feed your child. What about Biden? Afghanistan, mess left on behind. 13 soldiers gone, Joe acting blind. What about Biden? What about Biden? Yeah, yeah. What about Biden? Yeah, what about Biden?
What about him? Sing it, come on.
What about him?
You know what he did. 13 soldiers.
What about him?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great